My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Totally Kilo. And this movie was shit. And it baffles me because I heard so much positivity surrounding this movie. People called it funny and smart and compared it to Happy Death Day and Freaky, and it's all subjective, but in my opinion, no to all of that. This movie was as forgettable as they come. But let's begin with what I did like. And the entire premise of a slasher movie with a Back to the Future type element to the story is a good idea. I like the premise. I like what they're going for. It's a shame the execution is shit, but I still thought there was potential. Now, that said, there's a movie that came out in 2017, I think. 2016? Anyways, a few years ago called The Final Girls, and it's literally the exact same plot. And I thought that movie did it much better, so seek it out. Uh, but another positive is the finale takes place in one of those spinning amusement park rides where you get stuck to the walls. That was an entertaining way to end the movie, but yeah, this movie is so terribly directed by Nanachka Khan, who also directed Always Be My Maybe, which was fine, but her directing here is just lackluster. There's no real vision on display. The movie also looks way too clean, like there's no grit, there's no atmosphere. And the kills in this movie lack any bit of real brutality, like they have no weight behind it. You see blood, but it doesn't affect you like it should. There's also no tension in this movie, so if you want anything even remotely scary, this movie isn't that at all. But is the movie funny? No, it didn't make me chuckle a single time. Just every joke fell completely flat, and it relies on exaggerated stereotypes quite a bit, and I just saw Bottoms a couple weeks ago, and that movie does this kind of humor much better. So you should just watch that one instead. And the movie's not entertaining either. I was never engaged with anything going on. I was pretty bored, and the entire plot of this daughter connecting with her mom while she was a high school kid is a good idea, but I never bought it. Like, by the end, they try to trick you into thinking they've bonded, but you don't actually see that on screen. And the characters were all just terribly written. I didn't know if they were going for like a spoof movie where these characters are so dumb and douchey to such an exaggerated degree, or if they actually wanted you to be immersed in the situation. And I just feel like this movie felt completely off. And Happy Death Day, I really like. A big reason why is because of Jessica Walter's performance. She is charismatic, she is charming, hilarious. She just carries both of those movies so perfectly. And this movie needed someone on that level. And Kiernan Shipka, I've never seen her in a movie before, but she can't do it. I thought she was such a bad, boring main character. And then you've got Olivia Hort and Kelsey Marima, and I thought they were really bland. And then you've got the villain and the mask. It just looked really stupid. All I could think the entire time was Chuck Steele, which, by the way, Chuck Steele, Night of the Trampires, definitely worth a watch. So, yeah, the movie's just wasted potential. I'm going to forget I ever watched this movie in a week from now. It's just completely underwhelming. it does nothing particularly well. The cast is bland, the writing is a mess, it's never funny, it's never scary. There's no reason to watch this movie. So I'm gonna give Totally Killer a 2 out of 10. Okay, so I'm going to watch VHS 85 in like 10 minutes, and then I'm going to review it tomorrow. I'm skipping out on Pet Sematary. I just have no interest. I hate every Pet Sematary movie. Maybe I'll review each movie in that franchise one day, but I'm skipping the newest one. And the Netflix movie Fair Play and the William Friedkin movie, I'll review one day, probably a random weekend next year, but I won't get to them this weekend. So that's the update for the new releases, but have you seen Totally Killer? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon, and Gavin out.